Yo, what's happening, Cowboys Nation? All my fellow Dallas Cowboys fans. Coming at you with another video, man. How about them Cowboys? How about them Cowboys? A good win against a team, possibly a playoff team, playoff aspirations, in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It felt good to be back home after 2 games out on the road. You know, there was some good, some bad, some ugly, some great. I mean, the great is we're 12-2. You know, we're 12-2. I made my relaxed video after we lost to the Giants, telling everybody, Cowboys Nation guys, just relax. We're 12-2. We look good. The ugly in this game, penalties. I said it in my penalties and some questionable play calling. I'm not the type to really, you know, rave and rant on about play calling as a coach, you know, because you got a lot going on at the touch. You may have one game plan coming into the game, and then that game plan can be completely disrupted by a great defense. You have to change on the fly and things like that. So I try not to go too crazy on play calling, but it's just the type of play you call and the situation, the timing of it. You know what I mean? When you do it and things like that, and penalties. In my preview game leading up to this game against the Bucs, I said, because the Bucs they had what, 14 or 15 takeaways over the last 5 weeks, and they were on this 5-game winning streak. And I was like, if we don't turn the ball over, we beat the Buccaneers by 2 touchdowns. We're just a better team than the Buccaneers. We beat them by 2 touchdowns. Now we only beat them by 6 points, 26-20. If it wasn't for the penalties and some questionable play calling, man, we beat the Bucs 40-20. We beat them 40-20. I know that's not the reality. The reality of it is what it is. We only beat them by 6 points. But if we were to face the Bucs in the playoffs, which I don't think we will, I don't think they're gonna get in. But if we do, we're gonna dominate this team. We're better than we're like a few levels better than the Bucs. You know what I mean? The touchdown to Lance Dunbar that got called back, Tyron Smith for holding, questionable holding. It looked like Tyron Smith was just a bigger man blocking a smaller defender. He had him up around the shoulder pad and just like, dude, no, you're a lightweight. You know what I mean? He fell holding. You know what I mean? On the opening drive, I think was it Vince Melee. I was saying they're starting to utilize him more in the double tight end set because of the injury to Jeff Swain. They don't really trust Gavin Escobar in blocking. Vince Melee got, you know, he's a receiver being converted to tight end basically. You know, he got a holding penalty. Doug Free with the face mask penalty. And, you know, when you have a dominant running game like the way we do, and you're in 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, man, your playbook is wide open. Your playbook is wide open when you have a dominant running game. Because teams are going to have to respect Zeke in our running game. They're going to have to. So that's when you hit him with the play action. You could have done anything off of that in the flow of the game. But for some reason, they call a reverse with Lucky Whitehead. Like, no! There was just no need for that. And it felt like the Bucs were getting all the momentum. They went down and got the touchdown. Brandon Carr should have had the interception on the deep ball. The Humphreys hit his hands. I don't know if Brandon Carr is going to be back. That's a different video, a different day. But the penalties, then the jet sweep to Lucky Whitehead that killed the drive, -7 yards. Went from 1st and 10 to 2nd and 17. That's why we kept settling for field goals. Field goals get you beat. You know, and the Bucs had an opportunity to drive down the field and score the game-winning touchdown. You know, we only beat them by 6 points. A field goals get you a better team would have capitalized on those mistakes. A better quarterback, a better team in the playoffs, and we would have lost that game. You know what I mean? The Bucs didn't stop us. You know what I mean? We kept shooting ourselves in the foot. Like, would you stop it? Like, just stop it, man. The penalties. It feels like I get it on offense. When Lucky Whitehead is not on the field, we don't have that really quick, shifty, explosive guy. Cole Beasley is that. He doesn't necessarily have the straight line speed. Dez Bryant is a dynamic player, but he doesn't have You know what I mean? The twitchies called quick hips and athleticism laterally. So Lucky Whitehead is the one guy on the roster who, you know what I mean, who's quick and fast. So I get why they try to get him going, but in the flow of the game, I mean, they couldn't stop Zeke. And if I'm not mistaken, Zeke only had 6 touches in the second. Was it 7? I believe it was less than 10 in the second half. He had the big 43, 42-yard run. And I'm sitting here yelling at the TV, run! I tweeted out all caps, run the ball. Run the ball. You know, that was just some of the ugly, man. The good was that, you know, the quarterback thing is getting irritating, but, you know, Dak threw the ball 36 times. He only had 4 incompletions. Like, he wasn't scratching the field going deep like Jameis Winston loves going deep. But 32 of 36, come on, man. Just efficient, man. Just he's a perfect fit, because it's difficult to have these 9, 10 play drives take up 6, 7, 8 minutes, 80, 75 yards. But what makes it possible is because we have a quarterback like Dak in the offensive line. That's how efficient he is. He don't create the turnovers. He's a perfect fit for our system offensively, you know. But I don't know why they're trying to. I feel like they're trying to force feed the ball to Lucky on this jet sweep. I'm kind of getting tired of. I mean, he had the one big run against Green Bay. We did a play action to him, you know what I mean, against Green Bay. We did that against, I think, the Eagles. He had a decent run. He had a good run on the jet sweep against the Vikings, but he got tackled from behind and he fumbled. And I've heard Scott Linehan say before. Scott Linehan say that, you know, Lucky Whitehead is the one player on offense who's dynamic, who's lateral quickness and has straight line speed. I get that. He is. But I don't think Lucky Whitehead is that important in our offense. You know what I mean? A team like the Bucs could probably use him, kind of how Seattle used Percy Harvin, somebody like that. But in the offense we have, I don't get why Lucky Whitehead, we gotta get him going. I don't get that. You know what I mean? I don't get why they feel like that's a necessity. We gotta get him going. Gotta get him going. You know what I'm saying? I don't get that. And then it's just, and I said against the New York Giants, it feels like this team, they love to pass the ball in the second half. Even when on Jason Witten's fumble. I mean, Jason Witten ain't on last time he even fumbled. It's been years since Jason Witten fumbled. But even on that fumble, I'm like, why are we not running? Run the ball. Run the ball. I said it in my preview video. The Bucs defense are quick, fast, and athletic. You know what I mean? They are making a lot of quarterbacks look bad because teams are pass happy in the NFL and their linebackers can cover well. That's not the type of team it's about matchups. Nobody was talking about matchups on the mainstream sports media. Nobody's talking about matchups. We are a tough matchup for the Bucs because they're undersized. They're fast, they're athletic, but their front seven is undersized. Gerald McCoy was a non-factor, like I kind of figured he would be, and just run it down their throat. I think Zeke had less than 10 touches in the second half. Now, I'm not saying you got to go out there and in the entire second half you only have 5 pass attempts. That's not what I'm saying. But, man, give Zeke the ball. I mean, Zeke is a legitimate MVP candidate. He might be leading on some guy. He should be, at a minimum, be in the top 5. At a minimum. Feed him the ball. Miss Jason Witten fumble. I was like, love Witt. We all love Witt. But run the ball. I don't get it. I don't get it, man. If we don't shoot ourselves in the foot against the Bucs with penalties, questionable play, we only had 1 turnover. You know what I mean? We beat the Bucs 40-20. We beat them 40. If we played them in the playoffs again, we will score about 35 points on the Bucs. They're just real tough matchup for them. They're too undersized. As you can, Zeke had 159 rushing. I think 23, almost 7 yards a carry. Just run it down their throat. But for whatever reason, they want to get cute. The jet sweeps and the reverses and throwing the ball. Like, dude, just run the ball. You activated Darren McFadden, use him. Use him. You know what I mean? Anyway, man, our defense played well. Now, in the second and in the third quarter, those two drives there, they kind of got some momentum. But I kind of blame the play calling and the offense for that. On that fumble reversal, like, what are we doing? We lost all momentum. Lost all momentum, man. David Irving, he only plays about 30-40% of the snaps, if that. He seems to be like a specialist. They only unleash him in the fourth quarter, from what it seems. He goes out there, he makes a play, man. I know it may seem like I'm kind of down and disappointed. Usually I'm more happy and upbeat, maybe get a win. But if we got the W, it feels good. Don't get me wrong, it feels great to be 12-2. But I just, the lucky white, I don't know why they feel like he's a necessity. We got to get him. I don't get that. We got to get Lucky Whitehead going. Man, just feed Zeke. You know what I mean? We're a power run first power run team. Feed Zeke. I mean, Zeke could have had 200 rushing yards. They couldn't stop him. They're too small. Anyway, let me know what you guys think, man. It feels good to be 12-2, man. It feels good to be 12-2. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy about it. For 12-2, defense played well. We should have beat them about 40-20, to be honest with you. Yeah. If we play them again in the playoffs, we're gonna dominate this team. We're just better than the Bucks. Oh yeah, today's Monday, December 19th. That means Randy Gregory. I made a video about this. The video's getting long. Randy Gregory, as of right now, I haven't heard the NFL come out and tell the Dallas Cowboys that Randy Gregory can't be activated. Will they? I don't know, but he can be back on the active roster. He can be activated today, Monday, after the Bucks. He can be activated. Will they do that? I don't know. I'm gonna do a quick video talking about defensive ends, things like that. Like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, all that good stuff, Cowboys Nation. The video's getting really long. I am happy. I mean, but to me, it seems like, man, you seem like you upset we lost. I am good. There's just some things like we can't. I don't understand. It's your boy, the Real McCoy, man. I'm out. Peace.